Hello, it's me. That's Mr. H. He wants to talk to you.
My father once came out with a statement to me, sir, about, we live in a democracy. We live in a democracy, providing we do as we're told. And I go one step further and say that we have freedom of speech in this country, providing we don't mention certain things, which sort of makes a mockery of freedom of speech. Would you go along with that statement?
Completely. These days you can get arrested for saying the wrong thing, so there is no freedom of speech now. I got put on tag for an incident involving racially abusing a white man. I won't digress. I sent a text message to a white man calling him a name, but it was deemed racist, and so I got 5 months tag, £500 fine. There's no freedom of speech in a world, a utopia of free speech.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think you should have a total freedom of speech where you're inciting hatred towards people or whatever. But if you have a thought, then you know, and it's not hurting anyone. It's just a thought. You shouldn't be suppressed. It's like Germany now. They've gone totally the wrong way, and they actually have a law where if you question the Holocaust, you actually turn around and say, actually, well, how did that work? You're saying that you pushed people through these narrow doorways, thousands of people at once.
Yeah.
It doesn't add up. They'll actually imprison you. People. A bloke called Ernst Zundel was arrested in America for freedom of speech because it could be transmitted to Germany. He was extradited to Germany and jailed.
It just goes to show, really, there is no freedom of speech. It's
a fallacy.
And
there
is no, you are not free. You're not free. Anybody you think when we was a kid and we were playing on some old woman's front, she'd come out and she'd say go away, and you come back with a 70s fucking line. It's a free country, you know what I mean? But it's far from a free country because you have to go to work, you have to pay your taxes. You have to have an MOT on your car. There's all these things you have to do by law. So technically, you're not free. If you was free, you wouldn't have to pay electric bill. You wouldn't have to pay your road tax. You wouldn't have to go to work.
No.
So you're not free, basically. You're given the illusion of freedom and the illusion of choice, which keeps people kind of ticking over and doing what they do.
See, what really annoys these do-gooders, sir, they went from, accept this, accept that way of life, which people still to this day, some of them won't accept. And not only did they want you to just sort of be quiet about it, they now want to get inside your head and tell you what to think. And you can never
Thought
do that.
police.
You
I'll tell you what.
Never do that, sir.
What annoys me, which will be like politically incorrect, how the homosexuals, is that a politically incorrect term to be used? I don't know.
I don't know now, sir.
Have hijacked a symbol of innocence and purity, a rainbow, and it now is synonymous with homosexuality and lesbian behaviours. So have you any thoughts on that?
Well, they've hijacked a lot of things. I mean, even the word gay itself. Gay used to mean happy at one time. You can still find many songs before it was used to term people who was homosexual.
Yeah.
That the classic line, I'm just happy and gay like a clown, and all that.
I mean, that face of Wigan. If any of you not from Wigan, there's a big metal horrible face in the town centre, and they've stuck a rainbow for Wigan pride. They stuck a big fucking stupid rainbow mask on it, which made it look like a big fucking gay rapist. A horrible, sinister looking thing. And there's women I saw this old woman put a grandkid underneath it and take a photo. And you're thinking that kid doesn't know the meaning behind that mask, and the fucking stupid old grandma shouldn't be encouraging it, you know what I mean?
Well, I think regarding that, I mean, I never liked the face of Wigan. I think it's an horrible thing that really Wigan shouldn't have purchased. They should never have, got somebody to make it. But it's there now, and it's you've got to ask yourself, how much does that cost to do that? You know,
It's 17 grand, I think.
Oh, I'm not on about the actual face of Wigan. I'm on about putting like these masks.
Well,
on
this
and
is my
that.
point. I made a video recently where I was having a go at it. You know what I mean? And and then you had a few gay lads jump on the get at me saying like I'm homophobic, talking about
And attacking
pride.
your freedom of speech. So.
Yeah, talking about pride and things like that. My other point, what I was getting at, was when you're separating yourself from the rest of society, you're making an aggressive statement, as Jiddu Krishnamurti once said. It's more division. Why don't they have, instead of gay pride, why don't they have a fucking, scrap the word pride and have some kind of celebration of all life?
Yeah.
And I've had some witty cunts saying, yeah, would you sell tickets for that? You know what I mean? And but why just to celebrate one aspect of life?
You hit the nail on the head in though. So you know, they've just said, how would you sell tickets for that? Exactly. So therefore, you're just commercialising and monetarising a lifestyle, and that's what really, you know. We did one regarding Wigan Pride. It's one of our older videos, and you know, that's where we got the term, was we're from Stone Ages. And I never, in that, said I disagreed with homosexuality. I have my private views on it, and them are my private views. They're in here, a piece of me that no one can take.
.com.
But at the end of the day, it's the commercialism that I don't like, because I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who are in the gay lifestyle, and they just don't like the way they're being portrayed.
I know what you mean, but like I said, our initial point, you know, I forgot our initial
Freedom
point.
of speech, sir.
Freedom of speech, yeah. Like you said, you know, it is one of them, but
you know, and if it's something that they don't like, then they just deem it as it's hate.
Yeah.
Full of hate.
Yeah. But
because I don't agree with you. That's
but
fascism.
even though Wigan Council are just using them as a pawn to make themselves look more hip and relevant and trendy.
Well, here's an interesting point, sir, regarding that. When I was away in Germany, I saw you'd done a bit of a tongue-in-cheek video regarding the Believe campaign down at on your other channel, down at the old Wigan fire station.
Believe I'm only human.
And when I returned, the first day we were going past, and I was looking for this board in what you've been taking Mickey out, and it's now been removed.
Well, funnily enough, the day after it started getting pulled down.
So
I'm just
who watches these videos?
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Has somebody just suddenly realised, hang on, we've made a cunt of ourselves with this?
But I think so. We've got a red bar on the computer. My head's fucked right.
Yeah.
We've got a red line on the battery. Let's make a part 2 to this.
Yeah, we can do so.
Okay. Believe I'm only human. And subscribe to this if you're human, gay, or wolf.
Alien or whatever.
Yeah.